Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. All right, Kristen just arrived. There's her truck and her helper, Karen. Now, Kristen, she wasn't kicked, unless she was kicked through the fence, because she's been in her own corrals. She was fine last night. I don't think this has anything to do with the left rear, but maybe it does. Maybe it's systemic.
Maybe.
Because the left rear got all cleared up. We didn't even give Butte yesterday.
Yeah, it looks fine. All right, well, let me check her temperature, I think, first, and then we'll get the boot off.
Okay.
100.7.
So that's normal, isn't it?
Yep.
100.7 is normal. You know, it actually looks like it went down. Sarah, I need your opinion.
Yeah, it looks like it's gone down a little bit.
And you know, Kristen, on community TV, one of my shows from 2008, a two-part show where Semi was lame in the front and Lawrence was alive, if you recall. Yeah. It played. It just helped me remember what we went through, and she got fine. Yeah. So let's hope got fine this time. Yeah. Okay, now Kristen has asked Sarah to walk her around. I would go behind you. Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's flat. It's shady. We'll see if she's willing to walk. It's a little better than it was an hour ago when we started icing her. Right, Sarah?
Yeah.
Definitely. Sarah agrees. And we haven't hoof tested her. Thank you for doing that. I have many memories of trying to do that with my hoof tester and not being able to feel anything, and then you and Lawrence would come out and you'd see something right away. Okay, now she wants her to walk out again.
So that didn't really make it any worse.
Okay, good. Thank you for the feedback. It's really very educational, no matter when you watch these, to have your input, my experience, Sarah's observations. Okay, so that flexion test was to see if there was something in the ankle or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was to see if there was something in the ankle, but it didn't seem to matter. We did her usual grooming. Her weight is in the 850s. It's in the 850s of the high side. We try to keep it the low side, but we think the grasses are pretty rich nowadays.
They sure are.
And Kristen agrees. They sure are, she says.
Yeah, I didn't try to clean out her other feet.
Kristen thinks she has an abscess in the heel. See, abscesses, if they open up and the pus is released within a day, from my experience, they're walking fine. But can they get this bad within a morning?
Yep.
Yep, says Kristen. And even though she was trimmed less than a week ago, even though it's not muddy, am I going to have to get in touch with my farrier, Michael Branson, or is this something we're going to probably have to deal with, the pads?
Well, let's see first.
Okay, she's still investigating, can't answer that question. I keep those around too. The pads for abscesses, and then we have cavallos, and we put the pad in the cavallos. We use vet wrap, and it draws out the pus, even if the pus hasn't found an opening.
A little local anesthetic,
Well,
just right where I think it is.
Okay.
See see if we get a
She's going to do a local anesthetic right where she thinks it is and see if that gives us some more information. What's really hard about these equine leg problems is getting the definitive information, and what's really hard is avoiding laminitis, which can happen by having the horse move out in a way that in which they're not accustomed and not balanced. Well, she looks good. On this side, anyway. Shiny, nice, nice conformation. Her ears are talking to me. Her eyes are not lethargic, and yet she's not bulgy-eyed, like she's not spooking at anything.
Yeah, there's so many gopher holes. I would think she's
Just watch if she kicks it like
We do have the chute if you want it, the palpation chute. Good girl, says Kristen. I'm letting you know because I'm near the camera and neither of us have mics on. Look at Semi's licking her lips. That's good. Now, she did have Banamine about an hour ago. I don't know if that could have brought the swelling down.
It probably helped.
Probably helped. And is that what we want to do? Sometimes Lawrence used to tell me you don't want to give butyrbandamine because you want to see what the body is telling you.
Yeah, you know, I prefer if you call first and at least find out where I am and how
Yeah,
get it.
okay. She prefers that I get in touch with her, which I did today.
Yeah.
And if it is just an abscess, then probably it will be something we can deal with locally here and not involve Markel.
Absolutely.
As long as it doesn't become laminitic. And you know my experiences is you got to keep that way of going normal. And look at that. Semi is, I love it when she is alert.
Oh, yeah.
Semi is the daughter to my deceased stallion. My legacy of Shadrach, Triton, Jimcrack.
I blocked the main nerve. There's still little peripheral nerves that go in there, so she still has some feeling and some pain. But
So Kristen is explaining to Sarah that she blocked the main nerve. Yeah, rather than peripheral. Tentatively, you agree that has nothing to do with what happened in the left
yes.
rear. Yeah, just coincidentally happened again, unfortunately.
Yeah, but she put weight on it. She didn't have any problems walking. It was just
Yeah, after a couple days of treating with bute,
It's the same right now.
she was putting weight on her left rear. The swelling was gone. We didn't wrap. You asked me, did I wrap? Would you have recommended that?
No, because I had trouble seeing your video, so I was just going off your emails, and I couldn't tell what joint it was, if it was lower, wrap, if it was higher.
Oh, and it was low.
Well, if it's hot, this is a really difficult area to wrap.
Oh, I see. It was between the hock and the hoof. If you have trouble seeing my videos, please let me know.
I was trying to view it on my phone.
Oh, I see. Okay, no, that's hard. Yeah, that's hard.
But she put weight on it. She was fine.
don't forget to leave butte paste for me, apple flavored if you have it. The gnat paste. There, are you getting other clients to say that the gnats are very, very bad?
It's that time of year.
Yeah, and we have some DuraGuard because I bought it ahead, but you know, they have a new product now. Yeah. They aren't making the old DuraGuard, so I'm like a horse. I don't want to change. I hope we'll make it through the summer. Sure. With the orange bottle, I think the manufacturer now makes it in a red bottle. It's, of course, more expensive, but I don't know if it's the same ingredients. Yeah. Your alpacas are okay?
They're doing well, yeah. Just got sheared.
I didn't even know what a yak was, and I got an email from one of my prior gals who worked here, Angela, who's up in Humboldt. She said she was commenting about my cows, and she said she was walking through Arcata and there was a guy leading 2 yaks. Oh my gosh. That's a different social life there.
That's for sure. All right, let's take her for a little walk.
Okay, now that we're going to see how she walks out. You can see a little bit of red blood, but obviously no limp, huh?
It's bad. I mean, she's still a little sore on it, but that definitely improved things.
A little sore, but that anesthetic definitely improved things, which, Kristen, if you could tell me, and I'll bring the camera.
The block that I put in only blocks out the structures of the heel, the navicular region, and kind of the back third of the sole of the foot.
Okay,
so I suspect that she has an abscess in her inside heel.
Okay.
And I'm almost positive that it's ready to burst out the top because it's so sore right at that spot.
Yeah,
so
okay, all right.
I basically put the anesthetic into the nerve directly
over
that region, and that's what's made
good diagnostic techniques here, and I hope you could hear that.
Almost definitely, yeah.
Yeah, she's almost sure that it is an abscess about ready to burst. Now, how do we make it burst?
Well, that's the problem.
That's the problem. How do we get the pus to come out? This could be a multi-day process. It takes time. I have past videos on abscesses in all my horses over all these years. I've seen vets pare away, and not find the abscess, and then a few days later it'll come out at the hairline.
Yeah, and that's where I feel like it's ready to come out.
Kristen feels like it's already ready to come out there.
What I'm going to do, and I don't do this very often, but because I can feel such a soft spot right there, and because I've already blocked it, and it's numb, I'm going to take a scalpel blade and just do a tiny little stab incision.
Okay.
If we get pus, great. If not, we'll just wrap it up and treat it like it needs to still.
Okay, all right. Tiny little incision. She doesn't usually do that. You try to be more patient, but either we'll get the pus to start coming out. It always looks for the easiest way out, or we'll have to treat the incision and make sure it doesn't get infected. Kristen has 2 darling children that she always brings to work, which I love. I used to do that with my kids when they were little too. Whenever I could, they went with me. Now, why Semi would get an abscess at this time, we have no idea. Sarah just shook her head. There is nothing but grass and dirt pathways. Yeah, we can have gopher holes come up overnight, so it's almost a daily process because I don't like to kill the gophers or the ground squirrels to fill them. But, you know, that's not what causes an abscess. How could that bacteria, which I think that's what causes abscesses, get in there? Because Semi's hooves are very good, solid. never even needs boots when we go on rides or anything, and she is not shod. Knock on wood. Do you want any rag or paper towel under that foot?
Got some.
Oh, you got one. Okay.
Thank you, sweetheart. Good girl. Again, just be careful. She may kick your leg today.
She's not feeling that at all. But you're not getting any pus either, right? Or are you?
May not be deep enough yet, but no.
Oh, trying to go a little deeper maybe. She's using a little scalpel blade, I think she called it.
I'm not getting pus right there, and I'm not going to go any deeper.
Okay.
We're just going to wrap it up. But
Okay. Not
I'm
getting
90%
pus.
positive that's exactly where it's going to break out.
Okay.
In a day or two when it comes
Yeah, now that you gave it a way to
out. Yeah.
get through that hoof. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll clean her up a little.
And however you wrap her, you have to give us instructions how to keep her wrapped, whether to use a boot, which we can. We have cavallos that fit her. She's a size 3.
I usually like to do the duct tape just because I put such a nice big thick pad on there.
Okay, so she's going to do the duct tape, which means, Sarah, we got to know how to do that
Right.
and when to do it.
Well, the one that I'm going to put on there is going to stay for a good 3 or 4 days at least.
3 or 4 days at least, but then how will I know if it broke through?
If she's sound.
If she gets sound, okay. And I suppose you'll tell us whether or not to continue to bute or Banamine her.
Yeah, no more butybanamine.
No more. We got to know. Okay.
Yeah, no more butybanamine. The ice is fine, except that you don't want to get the bandage wet.
Oh, okay.
But it obviously makes her feel better.
So we could do a plastic bag over the bandage
Yeah,
and then
that-
put the ice on top?
Yeah, if you can figure out a way to do that, she'd
Okay.
probably.
Yeah, then we'll plastic bag her and then put the ice on if she's getting really uncomfortable.
Exactly. Anyway, let me get my wrap ready.
Okay.
and-
Okay, now she's going to get her duct tape wrap ready.
But the local anesthetic will wear off in about 2.5 hours. So after
Oh.
that, she's going to look way worse again.
Okay, yeah. And the question is, can we turn her out across the street with her herd mates? Yes, says. But what if she gets so sore that she doesn't want to come back across the street? That's an issue. We'll talk about that. Instead of turning her out across the street, we might bring the other 2 back, keep the double gates across the driveway and let them hang around like they do between dawn and the time you get here.
Do you want to close the other one so they can't get to the hay right away? Or?
Oh, that's right. But if we do, are you going to be doing nighty nights? Yeah, then you have to make sure you open them. Right. We're going to just let them hang out around here, which has some grass, and they keep it nicely mowed by browsing and grazing. We have some double gates at the driveway there that we close. So anybody that comes up the driveway will have to stop there and come in the gate.
Or we could put them in the obstacles and in the backyard like we did in the winter.
Okay.
'Cause that,
Yeah, we have another option. We can put them in the obstacles area and the HVC 0 south and let the Zebus have the backyard. So we might do that, but the tricky thing is getting the gates back to way they're used to at the end of the day. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. There have been episodes of abscesses in the past where I was just thrilled if the pus came through, because within a day everything was normal again.
Yeah,
And that was with Sadie. Actually, the last one that I videoed was with Sadie maybe sometime last year. And it took quite a while to
Breakthrough.
breakthrough. Yeah. In spite of the fact that we put those pads on and the boots and tried to suck it out. Actually, the way Semi just neighed to her herd mates across the street, which is I think what she was doing, makes me feel good. Maybe we can get Shalea and Sam to
Shalea
bring
just
the other
left.
two back, if we can find them.
But Sam time.
We are uploading as we speak many of my videos from YouTube into Neutral TV, N-U-T-R-A-L, TV.com. We'll see if that helps to let people know they're there. They're not just about training, they're about equine and bovine care. And this video, which will probably be 2 parts, I lost track of how many minutes of video we have here on the camera, will be up there soon. I was hoping that Kristen could just bring the vaccines down today, because my horses are due in 6 weeks for their vaccines, but it's not that she doesn't have the vaccines, it's she doesn't have the time. So we'll have to have them come out again, and I hope not for swelling in the left front. I do keep current on my vaccines. We keep current on floating the teeth. And besides,
Yeah, Semi's due next.
yeah, besides the invoices, I keep track of who needs floating, and so does Kristen. But I keep track of it online in our feed schedule. So even though this isn't Semi's corral, this is the kind of space that she has and ground cover she has where she does live at night. And we walk around here all the time looking for gopher holes. And fill them with my composted manure that we keep in the manure bins here and turn and water to keep it a good mulchy manure. Okay, here is, you would think that they maybe would make duct tape in those squares.
I wish, yeah.
She made a square. And what is that turquoise stuff or green stuff called again?
Magna paste.
Magna paste. Okay, in a plastic bag, turned upside down. It's all right. And then, is that cotton?
And cotton padding.
Cotton padding. All of which you can keep around the house if you, at least with guidance, would know what to do.
Coat padding.
With as thick as that hoof is, you wouldn't be able to even get it into the Davis boot.
Yeah.
But you could do the leg if necessary. Or could you? Could you get that styrofoam edge around this wrap? Sarah, what do you think?
The Davis boot?
No, the ice boots.
Oh, no. It's too big. The foam's too big.
Yeah.
But we could always do.
She may not need it now.
She may not need it now, we hope.
It obviously helped this morning, though.
It did, unless it was the Banamine that helped, you know?
Probably combination.
Probably both. We've got plenty of vet wrap around. You see how it sticks to itself. But why did you put the other gauze wrap?
Gauze is strong.
Strong, okay.
The gauze is your strength multiplier.
Okay, the gauze is the strength and the vet wrap is the convenience because it sticks to itself. Not expensive. We keep it around all the time. Oh, there you go with the slits. Very nice. Are you watching, Sarah? If not, we have the video. Beautiful. And then more duct tape around.
We're down a hole for 40.
Kristen, you know, choices, choices, choices. That's what life is all about. I kind of think heaven is a place you don't have to make choices, but I'd love to take her across the street and let her do what she's used to doing.
Oh yeah, go for it.
And we shouldn't have any trouble getting her back.
You know, take it slow. I think she'll be okay.
Okay, maybe bring her back a little early.
Okay.
You think this this shot is going to last for another 2 hours?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we bring her back, turn her out for a couple hours, then let's bring all 3 of them back.
Early.
Early if we think that she's starting to get sore again. We can go out there and see,
Okay.
right?
She will. She'll definitely be
Yeah.
sore once it wears off.
Okay, Kristen says she will. Okay, all right, Kristen, so you're going to leave some meds with me because I've been in touch with you about them, but you'll come back in September, hopefully not sooner,
Yeah.
for vaccinations and floating. We think Semi's next on that, but your records will tell us. Okay, and we're going to let her graze with her herd mates. They usually don't run after each other. Do you have any guess why this time of year, when she was trimmed less than a week ago, she might have gotten an abscess? Any guess?
They just tell you that the way bacteria gets up into the hoof is if the hoof is moist, so there must be some minuscule little crack that
Okay.
got up into.
And you know, these are choices in my life. I keep my pastures green. I have irrigation.
Yeah.
And yeah, it could be moist out there. Not muddy, just moist. Okay, that's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl. Okay, here is a postscript with the instructions. Say it again now, please.
So I want you to keep the wrap on for 4 or 5 days, ideally until she's walking sound, because at that point the abscess will have been drawn out. It may be even a little bit longer, but if it's longer than a week, call me.
Okay.
And then after she's walking sound on it, take that wrap off and then just either use a Davis boot or a dry wrap on the foot to protect it for a little while.
Okay, Davis boot's a little hard to live with,
Cavallo,
but maybe a cavallo with a dry wrap with vet wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and then if you do have to come back in a week or so with pre-thought, you know, an appointment ahead of time rather than an emergency appointment, is it too soon to do her vaccinations?
You can look, but yeah, she's not due for at least another 2 months.
Oh, I thought it was in September, and this is already middle of July.
Yeah, I'll look.
Okay. See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.